Hi beauties, it's Jean with Beauty and the Stamper, and I am often asked what my favorite supplies are when paper crafting and stamping. So I thought I'd grab out my stamps and my supplies and show you everything that I use on almost every card. So the first thing, you see me use this not only on my cards, any of my paper crafting, my planning, anything I do in so many different things, and that's my take your pick tool, and it has some putty on here, so that'll help you pick up little sequins and stuff like that. We also have a poke tool that you can pierce things with, and then when you turn this, it also has like a little spatula so you can lift things with as well. So I love this tool. There's also pieces that come with this tool as well. I don't use those as often, but it's got a cleaning brush, so when you use dyes, it's got a perforator, so like to make coupons and stuff like that on your cards. So the Take Your Pick tool, number one thing that I love to use for crafting. The next item, when I am stamping, I use my paper snips all the time, my bone folder quite often. Actually, every single card, I use all of this stuff. This is Stampin' Seal. This is a tape runner, so I always use that. And then this is the Tombow Mono Adhesive Liquid Glue. It has a pen tip and a broad tip. I use mainly the pen tip. Very rarely do I use the broad tip. And then for stamping, actual stamping, I use a clear block. This one is a nice size. This is a size E. And that basically gets almost everything I need done. But I have all the different size blocks. But if I just needed one, it would probably be an E. And then Memento Tuxedo Black ink. So this is what I would get and have a basic stamper get. The other thing that I like to use is a paper trimmer, and this one is the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. It's got a cutter and a scorer, and it's a little ruler here. Boy, oh boy, is this filthy or what? I need to clean that up. So paper trimmer, the arm swings out so you can measure to 17 inches. And let's go ahead and I'm going to show you, again, if you're just brand new to stamping, what I would suggest. All of this, I'd get a pack of the basic white thick cardstock. And I would get something like this stamp set. The Inspirational Sketches, and maybe the Sweetly Scripted if I was on a budget and only could get one or two stamp sets. One stamp set, I would get this one. But I would also get this because it's got an anniversary, congratulations, happy birthday, million thanks, speedy recovery, and save the date. With these two stamps, you can get so much done. So let's go ahead and put all of this together. I don't have anything planned out, but I'm just going to use what I've showed you. I'm not going to really use anything else. But we're going to take that paper, we're going to take our trimmer, and I am going to cut this right in half at 5.5. I'm going to have a cutter. Then I'm going to take and put this at 4 1/4. And I am going to score it. Now I put some tape down here so I know exactly where 4 1/4 is. There's already a great line that goes all the way down for 5.5. And then I'm going to need this again, so I'm going to probably go with 1 inch and cut off 1 inch for the time being. there we go. Now again, this is going to be a quick and easy card that a beginner can make, and it can still be very pretty with just this white cardstock. So we've got the base here, and again, I'm using my bone folder. We're going to burnish that down to keep it flat while we're stamping. I'm going to get out that block, and let's go ahead and get this guy out. We'll use the mushrooms. And we're going to get out our Memento Tuxedo Black. We're going to stamp that down or rub it across, however you guys like to add ink. Usually on my Stampin' Up! Ink pads, I just need to stamp it, but with the Memento, I like to rub it. So we're going to put this right here in the center. Push down and pull back up, and you've got that great mushrooms there. Now let's do our greeting. Again, if you are just using this one stamp set, you can put enjoy your journey, grateful for you, thank you for everything. But I cut this little piece of paper because I wanted to give it a little more dimension. And we're gonna do let's do a we'll do a congratulations. Let's see here. I have to look to see what it looks like. Actually, we'll do happy birthday. Everybody needs a birthday card, and these little mushrooms will work. So I'm going to take this off. Now, if you wanted to clean this, you can use just a baby wipe or a wet towel, or you can use a chamois, which is another stamping tool, but you don't have to have this. This is nothing that you have to spend money on for your first starting out. The other stuff, I would say it's worth spending the money on. And then I'm just going to turn this sideways. Just like that. We're going to put that ink on there. And I am going to just grab a piece of scrap paper just in case it goes over. And we're going to put that happy birthday right here. And there you go. So, at this point, you would just put your happy birthday. You could put that down with some Snail adhesive. Another thing that I like to use to give even more dimension would be Stampin' Dimensionals. That is another, these are the minis. And then, let's see, these are larger ones that I got from the Paper Pumpkin. And that'll pop that up a little bit. But if you don't want to, just put that straight down on there. But we are going to put this on with dimensionals this time. And I'm going to move that up. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3. Remove the backing with the Take Your Pick tool. And go ahead and put that right there in the center, cutting off the bottom of those mushrooms. And then you just go in with your paper snips and you cut right there. You do the same for this side. And you got that there. And you guys, you now have that quick and easy birthday card. You do not need to add anything else to it if you don't want to. However, that would be your card. And then I will show you what we can do to step that card up just a little bit. So I would grab maybe some markers. I'm going to use, let's see here. I'm going to use maybe for the bottom, I'll use like a crumb cake. And these are just markers. You could use any marker that you'd like. And just color in that. Now I'm using regular markers. And the reason I'm using regular markers is because if I used alcohol markers on this, it would bleed right through. So I'd have to, and if I wanted to, that would be okay. But I would then cut this out and put it on another piece of paper. So we're just gonna mark this up here and color it in. But I mean, just the way it was is perfectly fine. I would be extremely happy to get something like that. And then I'm just gonna do this real quick, and I can go a little bit under without hitting that because it's lifted up, and so you really can't see. And see, when you open it, there's no bleed through. Now, if that were, I'm gonna get this real quick. If this were an alcohol marker, it would definitely bleed through. So, okay, so we've got that. And now we've got to get the top color. Actually, I'm going to go with a smoky slate to go right here down underneath where it's a little bit darker. That one's not showing. But with these lines like that, the sketched lines, it already puts in the darker spots for you. So you are good to go. You're pretty golden with that. So this is, again, a basic stamping, basic card. Started out very basic, and now we're going into just a little bit more detail with coloring it in. You can color it in with markers, crayons, watercolors, pastels, whatever you would like. And then I'm going to go in here. And what color do we want to do our mushroom tips with? I'm going to go with this Moody Mauve to start with to see if I like it. So we're going to just go here. Yeah, that's a little too dark. So I've already started, so I'm going to just kind of blend that in right there. And then because I've already done it, I'm going to do it to a couple other sides as well. Yeah, I think we're good. And that was a little too dark. And you can still see it didn't bleed through. Should we go with the traditional? Maybe a red or a poppy color? This is the Poppy Parade. So you can do it with a red would be good. Or this Poppy Parade, just to go pretty traditional mushroom color, right? So just moving this around to get the best lines that I can get. So when you're coloring with the markers, you're going to get more lines like you would a crayon or a traditional marker. If you were doing this with the blends, that would all blend in and you wouldn't have to do that. But then you'd add another layer because it will bleed through. Yes, this is so cute. Okay. Building my little line there. And then same with this. Just so I could stay in the lines. And then I'm going to go like this to stay in that mushroom line. This is super cute. These little guys down here. But as you can see, super easy. I was only planning on showing you my basic tools, but then I thought, why not just make a quick card with them? Because I love hanging out with you guys. I feel like you guys, when you share your comments and stuff, I really get to know you guys. And then this I got off of Amazon. I can put a link. It's a white gel pen. And I'm just going to make it like, I'm going to add some little dots because, you know, those little white mushrooms. Now we're kind of adding stuff to this. So I showed you basic, and then this one is just going a little bit further. Adorable. Oh my goodness. I am loving this card here. And there's no rhyme or reason to where I'm putting these little white dots, but look at how cute that is. So again, you've got a new card here. Look at those. And all we did was color them in. You guys, 2 stamps, and you've got a great birthday card. Now, you want to step it up even a little bit more, get into those embellishments. And let's see what we've got here. You got some great little embellishments. Here's some butterflies, the brushed brass butterflies. I'm not really using any of the colors, but I could use either that brushed butterflies, or you can go in with some basic rhinestones. Yep, so it's up to you. You could use both. Let's look and see. A couple butterflies would look really cute. These would also look good, but I think we're going to go with these little butterflies. So again, we're going to use our Take Your Pick tool. I'm just going to pick up one of those. We're going to have that little butterfly there. We'll put another butterfly down here, and then maybe a little baby butterfly coming. What do you think? Just moving it around. There we go. And there you go. Isn't that a cute, quick, and easy card using all basic supplies? I did add a few things, dimensionals, and then some embellishments, but you do not have to. You can use whatever you've got laying around. But this would have been cute either way, either just black and white or just adding just a little bit more. So, my voice is telling me I am done. I hope you like this. Please give me a big thumbs up. If you want to buy any of the stuff that I showed you today, look in the description below. Click on the Stampin' Up link, or you can always go to BeautyandtheStamper.com to find my Stampin' Up shop. And of course, like I said, I will put my little gel pens in there as well. All right, beauties, have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye!